Welcome to Weestars Stories, where magic meets adventure, and every tale has a lesson to learn. Are you ready for a story full of mystery, suspense, and a powerful message? Then sit back, relax, and let's begin. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by green fields and tall palm trees, lived a hard-working farmer named Alan. He had inherited a lush, prosperous farmland from his ancestors and worked tirelessly to provide for his beloved wife, Mary, and their 3 children. The farm flourished with date palms, fruit trees, and fields of vegetables, an oasis of abundance admired by all. The villagers often visited to buy fresh produce. And Alan was known for his kindness and generosity. Alan loved his land, but one day an unsettling feeling crept upon him. While resting under a grand palm tree after a long morning of work, he felt unseen eyes watching him. A whisper of wind carried an eerie presence, making him uneasy. He shook his head and dismissed the thought, but the feeling wouldn't go away. That evening, as Alan shared supper with his family, he mentioned his strange feeling to Mary. "Perhaps it's just exhaustion," she said gently, refilling his plate. "You've been working hard." Alan nodded, but wasn't convinced. The strange occurrences began soon after. One afternoon, as Alan ate his lunch in the field, an unnatural gust of wind swept through, rustling the trees violently. Amid the rustling leaves, a shadow darted behind the trees. Alarmed, Alan stood up. "Who's there?" he called, but only silence answered. Moments later, he looked down. His lunch had vanished. The only clues were mysterious footprints leading into his farmland, accompanied by an intoxicating fragrance of oud and musk. Determined to uncover the truth, Alan followed the footprints, only to stop in his tracks. There, amidst his crops, stood a breathtaking woman, her long, dark hair flowing like silk, her white dress gleaming in the golden light. Her beauty was otherworldly. "Who are you?" Alan demanded. "And why did you take my food?" With a soft smile, she replied, "I was hungry. I feared you would eat it all and leave me nothing. Forgive me, I meant no harm." Alan's heart pounded. Something about her presence unsettled him. Yet he showed kindness. "If you are in need, my land welcomes you, but you must ask first." She said nothing more and vanished into the trees, leaving Alan bewildered. That night, he couldn't sleep, her image haunting his mind. The next morning, before sunrise, he returned to the field. Setting aside some food, he waited, hoping she'd appear. But exhaustion overtook him, and he dozed off under the palm tree. When he awoke, he was stunned. His entire field had been tended to. The trees were pruned, the soil enriched, the harvest neatly gathered. Alan felt a chill. Who could have done this? His mind turned to her. Seeking answers, he visited the village elder, Mr. Henry, who listened intently before nodding gravely. "You have seen the Jinn. Many before you have, including your ancestors. She does not appear unless she desires something from you. Be wary." Alan left, fear tightening his chest. Days passed, and an unseen force weighed on him. He became restless, detached from his family. Then, one fateful night, his worst fear materialized. As he lay in bed, a cold breeze filled the room. Alan opened his eyes, and there she stood. Her beauty was now terrifying, her smile unnatural. "You cannot resist me," she whispered. "Leave your family and be mine. I will grant you wealth beyond imagination." Alan's blood ran cold. "I love my family. I do not seek riches." Her eyes darkened, and the wind howled. "If you refuse, I will destroy you all," she hissed. In terror, Alan recited prayers calling upon divine protection. A furious gust shook the house, and she vanished with a piercing shriek. But the battle wasn't over. A following evening, tragedy struck. Mary collapsed, unresponsive. Alan's children wept as he desperately sought help. "If you want to save her, go to the holy man on the mountain by the river," Mr. Henry urged. With no time to lose, Alan embarked on a perilous journey. He traveled across treacherous lands to gather sacred cedar leaves, rare bird eggs, and water from the northern sea. Battling storms, escaping pirates, and braving the wrath of the vengeful Jinn, Alan persevered, fueled by love and faith. Upon his return, the Jinn tried to stop him. Winds roared, shadows danced in fury, but Alan stood firm. Chanting prayers, he poured the sacred mixture into Mary's mouth. A powerful force lifted, and she gasped awake. Her eyes filled with life once more. Her eyes filled with life once more. From that day on, the Jinn never returned, and Alan's family lived in peace. His tale became a legend, passed down for generations, teaching all who heard it. Faith, love, and resilience will always triumph over darkness. And so, dear listeners, our story comes to an end. But remember, true strength comes from faith, love, and standing up for what is right. If you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us again for another magical adventure. Until next time, keep dreaming and believing.